What is the single biggest factor that determines if an outsourced civil engineering project succeeds or fails? It's not cost, technology, or even raw talent. The deciding factor is the management framework established before the first drawing is requested. Many firms experience the pain of miscommunication, scope creep, and quality issues because they lack a systematic approach. This guide moves beyond theory to provide a practical, four-pillar framework for managing your outsourced teams. We will cover the specific communication strategies, scope definition protocols, risk mitigation tactics, and vendor management systems that transform an outsourcing relationship from a liability into a powerful strategic advantage. A significant percentage of civil engineering outsourcing arrangements underperform, not because of a deficiency in the outsourced team's technical capability, but due to structural weaknesses in the managing firm's foundational framework. Access to global talent and advanced technology does not guarantee success. Project outcomes are contingent upon a meticulously constructed four-pillar framework that must be established before any work commences. This structure consists of strategic communication, meticulous scope definition, proactive risk mitigation, and systematic quality management. We will now methodically examine the construction and implementation of each pillar, providing the operational details required for successful execution. The first pillar, strategic communication, addresses the most common failure point in remote collaboration. Firms frequently underestimate the operational drag created by time zones and subtle cultural nuances, which manifests as project delays and critical misunderstandings. A passive approach, where a U.S. firm sends a request for information at the end of their day and waits overnight for a response, can result in a cumulative loss of weeks or even months over a project's lifecycle. A superior approach requires proactive structural integration. For instance, a dual-team working model, successfully implemented by AXA Engineers, synchronizes the outsourced team's shifts to overlap with the U.S. client's primary business hours. This ensures real-time collaboration, immediate clarification of technical queries, and rapid decision-making, effectively eliminating the communication lag that plagues many outsourced projects. AXA Engineers assigns dedicated single points of contact on both sides to streamline the flow of information and prevent conflicting directives, reinforcing reliability and transparency. Ineffective communication directly precipitates the second critical issue: scope creep. The second pillar, meticulous scope definition, is the primary defense against uncontrolled project expansion. A simple project brief is insufficient. It is imperative to develop a comprehensive scope of work (SOW) document. This document must function as the undisputable source of truth for the project. It goes beyond a simple list of drawings. It delineates every deliverable with granular detail, including required formats, software versions, and submission schedules. Crucially, the SOW must also specify the governing codes and standards, be they AASHTO or local municipal ordinances, that the outsourced team must adhere to. AXA Engineers integrates a formal change order process within every SO, outlining the exact procedure for submitting, evaluating, approving, and implementing any deviation from the original scope. This ensures that all changes are documented, cost and schedule impacts are fully understood, and formal authorization is received before any additional work begins. An undefined scope invariably introduces the third vulnerability: unmanaged risk. The third pillar, proactive risk. Mitigation involves embedding protective measures directly into the partnership's legal and operational structure. This begins with addressing data security and intellectual property (IP). Designs and client data constitute valuable IP that must be safeguarded. The fourth and final pillar, systematic quality management, binds the other three together and addresses the central operational tension of outsourcing: how to guarantee that deliverables produced thousands of miles away will meet stringent domestic standards. Without a robust system, firms are left in a reactive posture, discovering critical errors only after deliverables have been submitted, leading to costly rework and schedule overruns. To resolve this, a rigorous, multi-layered quality control protocol is essential. AXA Engineers implements tailored standard operating procedures, SOPs, for each individual project, reflecting unique technical requirements and client expectations. This is coupled with continuous client feedback loops, such as weekly quality review meetings and shared digital platforms for real-time non-conformance reporting and resolution tracking. Additionally, AXA Engineers sends engineers to U.S. offices for on-site collaboration, training, and knowledge transfer, ensuring alignment with the client's quality culture and standards. By systematically implementing these 4 pillars, strategic communication, meticulous scope definition, proactive risk mitigation, and systematic quality management, and following proven models used by AXA Engineers, firms can elevate outsourcing from a tactical cost reduction measure into a sustainable strategic advantage for growth and innovation. Ultimately, the paradigm of successful outsourcing is not transactional, it is relational. The most effective partnerships occur when the client firm views the external team as a direct extension of its own, demanding an equivalent investment in process, culture, and mutual success. Evaluate current outsourcing partnerships against this 4-pillar framework to identify structural gaps in the management system. Working with AXA Engineers provides access to a partner committed to shared success and capable of strengthening management processes to achieve consistent, high-quality outcomes. Mastering this integrated management approach is the definitive factor that separates firms that merely survive outsourcing from those that thrive with it.